And we returned! Hiya Papaya, everyone! We are... I'm gonna say hi Papaya, we've been live for a while. We are here with a lovely little cute little looking game. We're playing the demo for the Mysterious Thief Forget Me Not, which is, as you probably guessed by now, part of the Fall in Love Visual Festival, which is again happening right now, right here, right now. So check out this Steam page, which is in the link, the pinned link in chat now, up there. And also definitely do check out the game Mysterious Thief Forget Me Not on both Steam and also on itch. I'll also throw in the itch link right now as well, because why not? The game is out and is, I believe, it is currently. Oh, it's free. It's like 11. It's 11 Canadian right now. But I bet it's, yeah, it's gonna be 20% off on Steam, which is hella cool. It is currently like basically 10, barely. It's actually it's 950 Canadian right now. You should go check the game out. Yeah, it is. This is the demo to the game. Again, of course, the lovely people of Solar Protag reached out to me. It's like, you want to try the game? I was like, sure, I'll try the game out. But since I knew I didn't have much time in my schedule to fit in the full game, I said I'll play the demo, which is estimated about an hour. But let's be honest, I take ages to read anything. But I'm excited, and also if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, the link to the Steam page and probably itch page, if I am smart enough, will be, if I'm smart enough, will also be in the description of the video. I might be dumb. I'm looking at you, future me. Don't be dumb. Put in the links in the description. I swear to God, if you forget, I'm gonna murder you or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I'm excited to play this. If you're probably wondering what the fuck this game is, well, the story of Forget Me Not, Mysterious Thief Forget Me Not, is that a dazzling phantom thief heist. Is a dazzling phantom thief heist romantic meeting. I can't read. Dazzling phantom thief heists, romance meetings in the dead of the night, and making a name for yourself. The Mysterious Thief Forget Me Not is a mostly linear visual slice of life girls love visual novel that features multiple POVs throughout. The story is set in a fictional city of Twin Bells, England. Those British people. And shows how the lives of our four main characters are changed forever when a ballet company and its treasure jewel visits the Phantom Thief loving city. The full game, if you're wondering, features 40,000 words, roughly 4 hours plus long game. But again, if you are me, if you just do anything and read, it'll take like fucking 8 hours minimum. I am straight at reading. The first chapter, as a free demo, is 14k words and is roughly 1 to 1.5 hours long, which is pretty good. Minimum is 1 to 1.5 hours. They understand. Well, it take ages to read. Like me, I take ages to read. I'm shit. No ad for now. Pop that ad away. It's point and click style exploration mechanisms, which is snazzy, fun. There's over 20 CGs and cut-ins. Hell yeah, 4 chapters centering around each main character with a 5th final chapter. And a short epilogue that takes place after the main story, going into many of the romances. But many more of the romance. 2 ladies who slowly fall in love. That looked way. Also the art is so cute. I've also unknowingly on my own free time played a game that they've also worked on, which is I forgot the exact name of it. I played on my own curiosity. I played what's it called? Madame Ross Curiosity Quiz. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. It's little silly little game, roughly 20 minutes per run. I just like, it's a personality quiz, but that is not what we're here for. We're here to talk about the other game that the game that we're looking at right now, which is The Mysterious Thief, Forget Me Not. And I'm excited to play it. It looks, again, like I said, it looks really cute. The art is adorable. Big fan, big fan. Also, women in suits. Heck yes. Please give me more. But enough about my little spiel at the start. Let's start the demo. Let's talk about section. Wow. Ooh. Oh. Cool. A little tidbit that the ballet sequence references a Swan Lake. I do love this. This is cool though. Anyways. Let us start the game. It's like color ways, but I'm not sure what's up there. Let's start the demo and see what is up. And how long it's going to take me to read a single demo. Wilkinson Museum of the Art and History. May 5th. 12:55 a.m. This is TTV News, coming at you live at the Forget Me Not's latest heist. The famous Phantom Thief's target this time is Sunrise Jewel, one of Europe's largest topazes. The museum owner and curator, Sir Wilkinson, received a calling card from the aforementioned thief just a few days prior. At 1 a.m. on the 5th, I will shine down upon the Sunrise Jewel. That's what was written on the card. We'll keep you updated until the time mentioned. Send it back to the studio right now. For now, Forget Me Not, I love you. Forget. Wow, they have a lot of fans. She has a lot of fans. Dang, what if I thought a thief would have so much fans, I guess. So, I was literally about to say, I guess the Phantom Thieves have a bunch of fans. Looks to the left. Hello there, Joker and Morgana. Hello there, Joker and Morgana. What are you doing? I was just about to mention the fucking Phantom Thieves of Hearts from Persona 5. And here he is. Lurking in the background. I see you, motherfucker. I see you. You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. Anyways. As the feed switches back to the main station, I turn off my... As the feed switches back to the main station, I turn off my phone and look down at the ever-growing crowd at the foot of the museum. What a crowd! Those newscasters always do such a good job talking up these heists. Just the way I like it. The walkie at my hip beeps while I'm lost in thought, bringing my attention back to answer the call from the other end. How's everything looking down there? Baker's been prepped. The jewel has been double-checked. Everything is as smooth as can be. Perfect. Good work. This is going to be great. Don't get too cocky now. Don't worry. I'm just ready to have some fun. Everyone, listen up! Our conversation is interrupted by the very loud and just as commanding voice of the detective below the gallery. Speaking of fun... Everyone, listen up! We've only got a few minutes left before that damn thief attempts to steal the jewel. Station yourselves at every possible entrance they can even think of using, and notify me if anything is suspicious. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. There's Jewel in the background. On cue, after the detective pep talk, the officers spread themselves out around the vicinity, hoping to cover every entrance and exit they can with their numbers. Someone seems motivated tonight. In position? Ready to go when you are, kid. All right. Wait for my signal. Got it. I look back at the crowd, banners, flags, and posters in hand. Starting to count down to the hour. 10, 9. With a stretch, I hop on over into position. Guess that's my cue. Let's give these people the show they're looking for. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the sudden darkness, officers stationed inside the exhibit share worried looks and whispers with any neighbors they can see. Everyone, stay calm. This isn't just one of their tricks. With an annoyed look on their face, the detective pulls out the radio in one hand, while the other pulls out a flashlight to see around them. What's the situation in the breaker room? Sir, the breaker's been tampered with. It doesn't look like we can get it back up and on our own. There's probably a remote switch connected to it the thief is using. Ugh, that damned. I want that breaker up and running immediately. Forget-me-not could be here. Any minute now. Right, detective? My apologies for the late start of tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. They're here! Forget me! Letting out their pent-up anticipation, the crowd goes absolutely wild over my entrance. The vigor and enthusiasm of the crowd outside is in stark contrast to the mood of those inside the museum as the detective and that men start me. Forget me not. We've got you surrounded. Give yourself up. Good evening to you too, Detective. Detective O'Malley. So, overjoyed by your presence as always, I see. My presence as always, I see. And you're as cocky as ever. Even you must realize that you have nowhere left to run in this situation. My officers have the breaker room secured after your little stunt just now. You won't be able to use your little veil of darkness to escape like in the past, thief. Leaning against the display case, I give Detective O'Malley a playful smirk and chuckle. And what's so funny this time? You just seem so sure of yourself, Detective. You won't be able to use your veil of darkness. How long did it take you to come up with that little quip? You hardly have a leg to stand on here, magician wannabe. True, true. But who's to say that darkness is the only way to make an escape? With a little tap on the glass, I turn my attention to my target before me. Is that right? Sunrise glow? Get blinded, bitch! Oh! Oh! I'm blind! In a second, I'm gonna do a silly thing called, display. Where's Forget Me Not demo? There it is. I'm blinded! Ah! Quick! Cover your eyes! Once the harsh light fades, Detective O'Malley and the men slowly open their eyes. Those that don't make it in time start rubbing them to subdue the pain. Phew. Is everyone alright? Oh, I think so! Ah, my eyes! There, the jewel! I've taken the Sunrise Jewel. Forget me not. That damned Forget Me Not! Chapter 1. Desiree. Far away from the sounds of the sirens and the cheering crowd, I finally make it back to the quiet little attic I call home. Good work tonight. With a satisfied grin, I flop onto my bed, holding the jewel and I won above me in the moonlight. Careful. If you don't smack yourself in the face with that thing, kid. You're saying that as if I'm the one with butterfingers. Ah! As if, despite me, the jewel falls out of my hand and hits me in the face, prompting a chuckle out of my partner. Ow. You were saying? Oh, shush. I suppose some introductions are in order. I'm Desiree Lechance, whom you've known as the fantastic Phantom Thief, let me not to this point. I've been doing these heists of mine for over 3 years, wowing the crowds and running circles around the hops who chase after me. Could we maybe not do a light show next time? I thought I was going to be blind earlier. That's why I said not to look at the jewel, you dumb. The snarky man before me is Su Wong Kim, though he goes by his thief name, Crow, most of the time. Yep, you heard me right. He's also a thief, just not as eccentric as I am. He focuses on finding and revealing shady secrets about high-ranking officials or businessmen in the area. Me, however, he's a mental accomplice and kinda adopted uncle. It's a long story, so just take my word for it. But anyway, I have something to tell you. What is it? Well, you've been working so hard as of late, juggling these heists and civilian life such. So I talked to a friend who owed me a favor to pull some strings. I got these. He reaches into his pants pocket, and pulls out a pair of tickets. That's me one. I said I can hand you one. I can see the Pavlova Ballet Swan Lake written in ornate cursive font. Wait, aren't these for the ballet on Friday? You got that right. Good, you deserved a break, so how's about it, kid? That's awesome! Thanks so much! Anytime. Be sure to let Ramona know you're going to take Friday night off. Of course. Well, to bed you go. You'll send back the jewel on your way to work in the morning. Okay. Good night, Crow. Night, Desiree. The excitement of the heist must have drained all my energy, for as soon as I lay in bed, I instantly fell fast asleep. The next morning comes quickly and begins just like any other. He's passed the fuck out. Look at him go. He's also on the other side of the bed. That's me. That's a big mood. I tend to wake up on the other side of the bed. After going through my usual routine of making my bed, getting dressed, and packing my bag for work, I do a little stretch. Good morning, world. Let's get today started. Tutorial. Occasionally during the story, you'll be able to explore the environment by clicking around. The cursor icons can change when you're hovering over something you can interact with. I see it now. Cool. And if you've seen everything you can for certain clickable areas, then a check mark will appear over the mouse. Cute, hell yeah. You can also, in some places, click the left and right side of the screen to either pan the background or move to a new location. In the midst of my before work prep, I shift my gaze to the writing desk next to my bedside, realizing I'd forgotten something. Pick up the photo that's sitting on it. I stare at it solemnly and whisper to myself, "Hey Mama, hey Papa, I'm here to work now. Don't worry, I won't overdo it this time. Hope you are doing alright. I miss you." Gently putting the photo back in its place, I give it a little pat. I focus on getting ready for work once more. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Bed. Just double checking. Yep, bed made. I hate to leave my bed a mess after I wake up. It's just instinct at this point. If only I could wrestle Crow into following my habits every now and then. Every now and again. I don't make my bed because I am lazy. Check the closet. The only place I could hide my outfit. I wanted it to be flashy, so I customized it myself with the fabric flowers. And some really devoted fans have tried making replicas of it, so I can take it with me when I'm doing laundry, no problem. Though I'm not sure how to feel about that, if I'm being honest. TV. Crow's still asleep, so I can't turn on the TV to check the news just yet. Right now, they're probably just talking about their weather reports for the week. I can't wait till I'm at work to tune in. Crow. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna even attempt to wake him up. The last time I tried to wake him up before noon, he gave me an hour-long lecture about it. At this point, I just accept that he's fused with his bed until the afternoon. What's over here? Even though we live up here, this is still an attic. We try to leave as much room for any boxes and such for the bar as we can if there's no space in the storage room. It even help organize it. Although Andre is really good at organizing things, so there aren't many boxes left over to begin with. That's nice. Oh, more things, Andre. No crummy. I swear, the man's part bed. There we go. Okay, that's all we could do in the fucking. We're looking at Crow. I guess that's everything here. Let me see real quick. Even though there's a demo, like saving, anyways. I think that's everything in the room I can look at. So let's get outside. I think I'm going to head down now. What if Andre's done preparing for the day? Prepping for the day, even. After going downstairs, I'm greeted with the sight of the empty bar tables, glasses, and the like, clean to prepare for the day's patrons. The owner and bartender waits at me from behind the counter, putting down a glass he was wiping. Morning, Desiree. Morning, Andre. This is Andre Danielle, the owner of the bar and restaurant we live on top of, the Gallant Rogue. He and Crow have known each other for years. Even before I joined the team, Crow was lodging in his attic, so he's used to this. Let me know when you want something to eat before you head out, okay? Alright? Will do. The bar wall. Laying before me is the impressive collection of alcohol Andre keeps in the bar. Wines, vodkas, brandies. If he doesn't have it on the wall, he'll try to get his hands on it for the sake of it. And yet Crow won't let me have even a single sip of anything alcoholic. It's not fair. How am I supposed to know if I like it and he's not... How am I supposed to feel if I like it if he won't let me try it? I'm 24, for God's sake. I can handle even a little bit. For goodness sake. Maktaku mo. As one lady would say.
Maktaku mo.
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake.
Anything else to look at? Oh, the menu. Oh. I won't do that yet. I want to look at the menu. In the evenings, the Gallant Rogue is the local bar most night I always walk to. But in the day, it's a casual restaurant that serves really good food and drinks at a decent price. Andre really prides himself in making all the food as amazing as possible. Within reason, of course. Crow and I help him in the kitchen on busier days to make sure he doesn't work overtime. Overwork himself, even. Crow might not look it, but he's actually a pretty good cook. The meals I've tried have all been great. Though he and Andre have quite different heat tolerance. Is he white? I'm joking, he's not white, he's Asian. I'm assuming one of them is high spicier food. I assume Andre likes hella spicy food, probably. That's my guess, at least. Could be wrong, could be right, could be wrong, could be right. I look up the TV at the wall, where they're talking about local traffic. Moving in the lower streets, moving in lower stretches of the city have slowed down to a light altercation, but should clear within the next hour. They usually talk about my latest heist later in the morning. Probably so all the people who came out to watch can get enough sleep in. Probably. Will not be surprised. Andre, what up? Ready for some breakfast, kiddo? You bet. What would you like me to make? Ooh, waffle. Waffles. Waffles. In the morning, in the mood for waffles today. Sure thing. To usual, I assume? Of course. And he's fine. I'll be back then. Alright back then. Andre grabs an apron and tightens it around his waist, with a confident look at it as he walks into the kitchen behind him. Meanwhile, I stare at the TV hanging from the ceiling nearby as I seat myself on one of the stools by the counter. Twin Bells can expect about 5 millimeters of rain tomorrow night, but you'll quickly clear in the early morning for folks start their day. Rainy days always make heists hard to plan for, especially with how often our friendly detective chases into the rooftops. As the weather reports wrap up, I could smell the wonderful aroma of my breakfast waffling from the kitchen, with Andre carrying it on the queue. Here you go. I'm greeted by the sight of 2 large golden brown waffles sitting on a plate before me. Ooh, those look really good. I'm glad I had breakfast before this. I had some nice cake. As a leftover cake from my birthday. Cake for breakfast. Not the healthiest food, I'll be honest with you, but cake is not nothing. Cake food. Cake food. Cake breakfast. Cake breakfast. Not only are they topped with powdered sugar and a variety of fruit, but sitting next to them is a perfect swirl of whipped cream. With a stuffy fake accent, Andre sets down his breakfast. Will you be taking that with or without chocolate today, miss? Not today, good sir. Not today. We both share a laugh as I start to carve my way into the food before me. Meanwhile, Andre pulls out a notebook and starts scribbling something in it. Making a list for the day? That's right. I've got some shipments coming in to restock the stuff for the freezer, so I need to make sure everything is manageable. It works out well that they always show up after Crow finally wakes up. That man probably sleeps for a week. I would probably sleep for a week if he wasn't motivated by your cooking to wake up every day. I still can't believe he used to have a 9-to-5 job. I have some more pictures of him from Van if you want to see. No way. Did he wear a suit? Did he comb his hair? Yes, and he looks just like a scrub. That's amazing. Whoops. Amazing. You've got to show me those pictures when you have the chance. After cleaning my plate, I take one last sip of the tea, getting up from my seat. Thanks again, Andre. No problem, Desiree. No problem, Desiree. Good luck at work today. Thanks, you too. Not hit it out yet, kid? I gave myself some extra time, so I can hang for a little bit longer if I want. Good. It's always better to be early than to be right on time. It must feel nice to have another morning person around, huh? You have no idea. Mood. I like being early. I wanted this yesterday, but I do love the fact of being early to the kitchen. Back there is the boss kitchen. It's pretty spacious, and Andre takes good care of it as always. So it always looks really clean and neat. Though he's very territorial about it, even with me and Crow when we help him out. Especially Crow. There's probably a story behind that. Now, as I've said before, I do in fact, I enjoy, I prefer being early than being late to things because punctuality is lovely. Because yes, I also went over this on like I think I went over this with my friend on Saturday as well. It's like in theater, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, what the fuck are you doing? You're getting kicked out. No more job for you. No more part for you. Next to the walls of the bar and are photos of highlights of Twin Bells. The Twin Bell Towers, the museum, the theatre, hall, all the things that bring people to visit the city of ours. There's also various memorabilia related to the famous thief that took the city by storm, the Scarlet Rose. Scarlet Rose was the phantom thief that came years before me, and is considered a part of our history now. He's a master of disguise and quite the charmer, from what I've heard. He retired before I was born. Andre told me that he named the bar in homage of them. But Crow likes to imagine that the moniker fits him too. Anything else to look at? The pool table. The party enjoy the bar, other than the bar itself, of course. Andre has a special rule where if a customer beats him in a game of 8-ball, they get free drinks for the night. But so far, no one's been able to beat him. The games have even got so popular that people come to the bar at night just to see them. You know, that's kind of cute though. It's kind of cute. I do like that. Like, man, I know. I was not gonna do that if I was a master pool player, and I own a bar, open bar. You know what? I'm looking at this pool. It'd be fun to do. Free drinks for whoever can beat me in pool. I was like, okay, sure, that seems easy. Gets fucking destroy them in pool, destroy their confidence in playing pool, make them cry, make them suffer. Suffer, fools. Hey, pool cues. Andrew's prized cues uses them whenever he plays a game with someone in the night. They told me the hand-me-downs from his dad's side of the family, but he's taken such good care of them. They're brand new. Hell yeah. A hand-me-down that's been taken good care of is always good. It's lovely. Take care of your items, then it'll last forever. Just a lovely, lovely thing. I think we're ready to leave now. I don't think anything else to look at, as far as I can tell. So let's head on outside. After checking my belongings, I turned around to wave at Andre. Bye, Andre! Have a good day today. You too, kid. See you later. The gallant rogue. As I step out of the bar, I'm greeted by the sights and sounds of Sidewind Avenue in this morning routine. The shops opening their doors, people commuting to work, and the slow start to what is normally a bustling street. Oh, I'll run for the cursor. Will do. The bar entrance. While I'm still here, I check my bag to make sure I have everything I need. Uniform, my lunch, and phone. Yep, I've got everything. As much as I'd love to just chat the day away with Andre, I've got to head to work. That's the bar. Isn't it quaint? It's in a pretty decent location that's not too central, but also not far from the major points of the city. Also helps that it stands out from all the buildings nearby, since they look so similar. Anything else? That is South End. Oh, is that something flashed over here, I think? Illusion, never mind. Enterprise. As I walk by the TV store, I overhear a couple of ladies chatting with each other while watching the news. Did you go to the Forget Me Nots? Did you go to Forget Me Nots house last night? I did. It was fantastic as usual. Hey, who do you think is cooler? Detective Aiden or the Phantom Thief? Ah, that's such a hard question. That's true, though. I bet frankly not. He's so dreamy. Take that, detective. Then maybe one day they'll get it right. I'm a she to he, but still. I appreciate the compliment anyways. Look this way. The man! As I walk by the local bakery, I'm greeted by a clerk sweeping me at the door, waving at me with a big grin on his face. Good morning, Desiree. Morning. Getting everything ready for the day? Yep. I've just about done the early morning prep. Oh, speaking of, boss told me to give you something when you came by. One sec. They dug into the store for a quick bit before coming back out with a schwa pastry. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Boss said you love these things, so he made an extra batch in case you wanted one today. You can tell him that he can expect me to drop by for that batch after my shift. That's a promise. Chuckle, the clerk gives me a nod, then returns to sweeping and they were doing. This way goes North End Street, and that's where work is. I should get going so that I have more than enough time to prep once I get there. No, I don't want to go there yet. I'm ready yet. I want to see South End. At least what's up here. That way goes to the south end of Sidewind. If I take about a 15-minute walk, you reach the business center of the city. But I don't need to go there. Work is the north end. Window. From the street, I can see the window on the attic. It was just in a moments ago. You'd think you'd be concerned. You'd be concerned to face the street. But unless you're right up against the window, no one can really look inside. I'd be concerned if you could look inside the attic from the outside. It's quite far away. It's quite a ways away, you know? Quite far away, indeed. Plus, Troll got blackout curtains for it, so that's an extra measure against anyone gawking up from the street. There we go. The view isn't that good though, but you've got to trade something for convenience, I guess. Yeah, like this looks like really dark as well. You can't see shit down there. Is that everything down here to look at, I think? Alright, let's head to work then. After a bit of walking, make it to the north end of Sidewind Avenue. In that time, the city starts to wake up a bit more, as people are beginning their regular work days around me. I'll soon join them, as I finally see my destination right in front of me. Ramona Flowers. Marigold! Mr. Cutie is Marigold, the pseudo-mascot of the flower shop. Mr. Ramona found her hanging out behind the store a while back, and has been taking care of her ever since. She named her Marigold because she's the same color as them. Upon seeing me get close to the store, little Marigold struts towards me, lets out a big meow for attention. Good morning to you too, sweetheart. And how are you doing today? I leaned down to give my furry friend a gentle scratch behind the ears, to which she practically pushes her head into my handful. Gosh, you're so cute. I hope you have a good day today. The TARDIS. Casual TARDIS. Casual police box over there. You know, don't worry about it, police box. Going further north from here goes right to the heart of the city. As you expect, there's a lot of tourist landmarks, such as our noteworthy Twin Bell Towers. It can get pretty crowded in the warmer months when people are vacationing, so us locals hang out there in the off-season instead. Mailbox. I walk up to the mailbox, and after making sure no one's watching, put on my gloves and drop a bubble mailer inside. I almost forgot to give back my present last night. Give me a chance. So long, little friend. Thanks for the fun last night. Okay, I'm glad she no. I was wondering what she did with the treasure chats. I'm glad she just returns them. Relatively incognito. I closed the lid of the mailbox after confirming the deed, and hide my gloves back into my bag along with the rest of my belongings. I always make sure I send it using different mailboxes and get my fingerprints off it. Standard stuff. 1 second, I am struggling. There you go. There you go. Sorry. Even the great detective O'Malley wouldn't be able to find any clue with all this. Okay, I recognize O'Malley, kind of, as like, you know, Scott Pilgrim. Then I realized, oh wait, it's O'Malley, Ramona's Flowers. This is just this whole game is a Scott Pilgrim reference. Ow. Hi! You! Nerd! Sorry. Ah. Sorry. First thing I say to the dad who throws things at me. Nerd! No problem. I'm enjoying it so far. Desiree's adorable. The art's cute. I will also welcome in Solar Protag, the lovely dev of this game. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. Sorry. Sorry. The first thing I say to you is just, I just call you a nerd the more you walk into the room. It's just funny. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game so far. We barely started, but I'm enjoying it so far. The art's cute. The characters are adorable. Fro is kind of a mood, but kind of at times. I'm enjoying it though. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't know what this is awkward. I usually don't have devs in my chat. And they are. I'm. Wow. Scary. Scary! Scary! People, scare me! Run away! Ah! I'm joking. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you had a lovely, lovely day so far. I woke up like 3 hours ago. And now I'm here. Streaming. Game. Because I can. My voice is dying. I've been playing so many visual novels this weekend, but it's so fun. My voice is gonna fucking kill me tomorrow. My voice is dying, but that's okay. I'm having fun. I'm loving games. Love reading. Greeting me in this part of the street is Ramona's Flowers, the flower shop I work at. Its rustic aesthetic is a favorite sight of many. It's the main shop a lot of locals go to for their floral and decorating needs. Not means. Needs. Miss Ramona's shop also offers flower telegrams, so we get a lot of business during Valentine's and other holidays. That's cute. Flower telegrams. Nothing else to look at as far as go in the sewers. Is there a clown in the sewers? Walk in the slide in the sewers real quick. No. Let's head to work, I guess. And here we are. Is this your end of birthday arc stream? Yes. My birthday was on Saturday. It's the last day of the little of my weekend where I don't have to work. Where I don't work. And so, but yeah, my birthday was last Saturday on the 27th, and I just been streaming since after work on Friday of 26th, at like 9 p.m. EST my time, and I've been like taking breaks out of it. I stop every time I sleep and such. But this is the last day of the weekend birthday thingamajig. I still don't have a name for it. Last year was Donathon. This year's not. I'm just gaming. It's just a marathon, kind of. But yeah, this is the last day for... Go back to work tomorrow. Crying. but it's fine. Thankfully, I don't have to use my voice for work. It's just understandable there, though. But that's fine. I can bear it. I can bear with it. I can... don't know. Consume more cough drops or something. Consume a lemon. Chug honey. I don't fucking know. Consume all the tea in the world. Yeah. It's going well. My voice is dying though. But that's again fine. Life does that to me. When I just had to play like fucking 6 visual novels in the span of 4 days even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 visual novels in the span of 4 days. They're all demos. Actually, most of our demos. One is not a demo. I didn't get to finish one though, sadly. 2 of the demos I didn't get to finish completely because of time constraints. But like, I'll definitely get back to them eventually. I'll definitely play them on my free time or some other day. Maybe I can arrange time with my friend to finish one of them. But we'll figure that some other time. No time soon though, because I'm gonna fucking end my life. My voice is gonna kill me. Anyways, back to reading the game. I double check my belongings just in case before stepping up to the entrance. Time to head inside. Hope Mr. Ramona hasn't been too busy before I got here. I walk into the flower shop and am greeted by the pleasant, subtle smell of the flowers displayed around the store. Hyacinths, pansies, roses, tulips. The shop holds as many as it can handle and takes meticulous care of each and every one of them. Hell yeah. Big fan of flowers. So cool. It's pretty. Big fan. My friend loves taking pictures of flowers. My friend and I went to like a little like flower garden walk in June, and just like every minute or two, she just pulls out camera, takes pictures of a flower for reference to draw later at some point in time. It was kind of funny. It's kind of cute. It was nice. Really lovely walk around the flower garden in San Francisco. A lovely time. Us greeting me as I walk in is the owner of the shop and my boss. Wait, is the... oh no, I was like, did the text box change for add flowers when I walk in the flower shop? It did not. It did not. I'm just blind. I didn't see the forget-me-nots there. I am blind. Us greeting me as I walk in is the owner of the shop and my boss. Good morning, Desiree. Good morning, Day. Good morning, Day. I'm gonna give her a country accent because I'm weird. It's my boss, Miss Simona Benachti. She's a close friend of my mom's and a previous client of Crow's. From what I understand, she was having issues with a corrupt landlord in the area that was taking a toll on hers and other shops. So we hired Crow to step in, and now she and the other vendors in this area don't have to worry anymore. You have to meet her, so I could apply to work here. I've been working here for a few years now. Morning, Miss Ramona. Hope I didn't keep you waiting. Day, please. You know you never do. I'm still taking care of things at the front, so take your time getting ready. Sure thing. I'm a country person. She's the only country person in England, apparently. Don't worry about it. Display. Sitting elegantly right in the middle of the store is Miss Ramona's flower display. A handsome variety of plant life is arranged in an appealing manner. Miss Ramona loves arranging the store and especially this part. Part of the reason she opened a flower shop is, in the first place, is because of all the flowers she could arrange. She says that the best way to keep people interested in the shop is to switch out the plants with each season. Last summer, got her hands on some very pretty bamboo, but all out with this thing. Shame I couldn't have kept my hands on it before it flew off the shelves. It was so pretty. Anything else? It says Rona. Window. The morning light shines bright through the window, and through it I can see the building next door. The shop is not in the best location. Miss Simona's hoping to move it somewhere more open. She's her eye on a larger building a little bit north of here, and it's got a nice big window the plants can bask next to. With the business we've been getting, it shouldn't be long before she can like it for herself. I read good, yep. Anything else to look at here? Back door. Back door. Am I ready to start work? No. I've still got some time to poke around a bit. I walk up to Miss Ramona. She's scrolling through her phone behind the counter. What you doing? Looking at flowers I need to get for the shop. Mother's Day is coming up, so we're going to need a fair amount of carnations. Alright. Those sell out so fast around this time of year. They sure do, don't they? Although the Forget-Me-Nots, the Certain Thieves fans, have continued to be our biggest hits. I see. Don't look too much into that, Miss Marona. Anyway. I think that's everything you need to look at here. I like saving. I'm a perpetual saver. I'm ready for work? I'm ready to start work? Yes. It's time to get started. A bit later. And now on to our next story. Late last night, the infamous famous Forget-Me-Not fiendishly stole yet another press art exhibit from the Twin Bells Museum. As the newscaster recounts my escapade from the other night, a huge smirk appears on my face while I work on my next bouquet order. The infamous thief fiendishly stole yet another priceless exhibit. They always give me such high praise. Be careful not to let your ego grow too much, otherwise your pretty little head will turn into a blimp. I turn to see Miss Ramona carrying 2 cups of tea from the back office. She sits one down next to me, except from her own, she sits across the table. Very funny. How in the world did you turn such an attention seeker? Is it wrong to be proud of your accomplishments? Miss Ramona gives a little chuckle before taking a sip from her tea. Yep, you definitely take after your father more. What's that supposed to mean? Take it as you will. I set aside my current project to sip of my tea, turn my attention back to the news report about my heist. It's been over 3 years since the thief first appeared in our city, and they have been putting on these shows of theirs many nights ever since. We're passing off to your report on the field, with interviewing the officers and persons involved in the incident. Thank you. I have Sir Wilkin, the museum curator and owner, with me here in the museum lobby. If it's not too much trouble, sir, could you answer a few questions about last night? Oh, of course. It's no trouble at all. Thank you, sir. Now, this thief has been going after your family's exhibit for years now. Yet you seem to be quite chipper about it. Could you explain why? The reason for it is quite simple. It's purely fun. I can tell from the heists that the rascal thief is doing this to entertain, and I must say that myself and many others certainly are entertained. It reminds me of years past, with the Scarlet Rose. To live through this again has been one of the biggest joys of my old age. Ha ha ha! Besides, we Wilkins are not ones to get discouraged and give up so easily. Why, my son actually has an exhibit planned very soon that he's simply elated to announce.
This is the first we've heard of this. Any hints as to what the new exhibit is about?
My apologies, but that's about all I'm allowed to say. Otherwise, poor Max will be quite upset with me for stealing his spotlight.
Of course. Thank you for your time, Sir Wilkinson. Sir Wilkinson,
It was my pleasure.
as the interview wraps up, I stare at the screen, deep in thought. A new exhibit.
You already getting ideas?
Maybe. Besides, it's more fun to mess with Max once since he gets so worked up about it. Unlike his dad, who always looks like he's having a ball when he's at a heist.
Just
Make sure not to overwork yourself, alright? Of course. As I take another sip, I'm reminded of what Crow told me about last night. Oh, I almost forgot. Miss Ramona, I'm going to need Friday off this week. How come? Crow landed tickets to that ball that's coming into the city this Friday. Said he wanted to give me a chance to relax after all these heists.
Oh, is that all? Of course you have Friday off for that. Just make sure to finish all the bouquet and telegrams orders we've got for this week. That ballet actually brought in more than what we usually get around this time. Do you think you can manage?
Of course I can. I'll make sure these bouquets are perfect.
Excellent. But it's impressive Crow managed to snag a couple of tickets, even with his connections. What am I phone yelling me for? Nothing important, I think. Here. Okay.
Is it really? Is it really that popular?
Apparently so. Every city that ballet tours through has had its tickets sell out almost instantly. One of their selling points is that the dancers playing the lead roles are a couple of themselves, so their scenes are extra romantic.
Didn't know that. It must be quite the show to garner that much attention. I'm even more excited to go see it now. It's my excited bubbliness. Rona playfully pokes me in the face as she gets up from her seat.
You can think about the ballet after you're done arranging these bouquets.
Yes, boss. Rona takes her empty cup and walks to the back office, leaving me alone in the back room. I put my own cup aside as I get back to work, with TV still playing.
While the police have expressed their disdain for the thief, many citizens have told our reporters that they continue to anticipate the thief's next heist. A tad of public love struck me not. One could say that we are living through another era like the Scarlet Roses.
Hearing those words, I stare at one of the roses in the room fondly. The Scarlet Rose. I'm still nowhere near their level, but it feels nice to hear people say like them. Pepper loves the Scarlet Rose. I wonder what he would say.
Later that evening,
After an admittedly long day, I turn to the dimly lit bar, a bag on one shoulder, and a box of shore pastries from next door under my other arm. Greeting me is Andre, walking back behind the counter after cleaning the main area a bit.
welcome back, Desiree.
Thanks. East Crowgrounds. I brought some short pastries from next door. Want to share?
He left a couple hours ago. Said it was for a new job.
Another one already, huh? Did he say what or who?
Nope. Says he's keeping it on the down low this time until he's done.
That's fair. Would you like the first dibs on one of them then? One of these then?
Don't mind if I do. Thank you.
I opened the box in my arms, gently pours my pastry out, then grabs himself a small plate not to make a mess. I make myself a seat on one of the stools, putting the box next to me, and the two of us start chatting away. Got some downtime right now, huh?
Yep. The usuals don't start showing up till the usuals won't start showing up for a little bit. How's work, by the way?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Miss Ramona and I had some extra time to chat about stuff despite all the work we had.
I should visit Ramona sometime. I've been needing to get some new plants to decorate the bar with.
I'm sure she'd love to help you pick out something out. Got anything special in mind?
Not really. I'm just growing a little tired of that old cypress near the front door is all.
I think, Montera or Yucca would fit well there. Simona has some in the store this month.
I'll have to go see what would work better then. By the way, Crow said he's buying dinner on the way back, so we don't need to cook anything.
Oh, okay. Any word on what specifically?
Nope. Although, knowing him, he'll want something hot.
That man sure loves his spice.
Oh, okay, so. I was correct, kind of. This man, fucking Crow, likes spicy food. Hot food! Sorry, I'm stretching and yawning at the same time. This man's fucking loves spicy food, apparently, okay. Good to know. Oh, so this man's quiet, what the fuck? Is there no sound? Music? Not muted. Good. Is there music? Is it muted? Not muted. Good to know. We have ambience. Okay, cool. Let's put ambience. Let's put ambience a little bit up. There we go. That's a bit better.
As Andre is finishing up his pastry, he looks at the clock hanging on the wall.
Do you mind helping me in the kitchen for a bit tonight? Some of my more rowdy regulars are going to show up soon. I just want to make sure my part-timers won't get overwhelmed, you know?
Sure thing. Let me just get my jacket back. My jacket off quickly.
So, my fucking Steve, my sweater is inside out apparently. It's not perfect. Yeah, so. Let's try. With chapstick. And on we go. Take your time. It won't get messy until we've got a few drinks. They've got a few drinks.
As the last few patrons leave the bar, Andre locks the front door and flips the sign from open to closed. Meanwhile, I'm cleaning the last few tables for the night, pausing to let out a little yawn.
I'll take care of the rest. You go upstairs if you're feeling tired.
Are you sure?
No worries. There's not much left. Plus, I need to count the cash and whatnot.
Alright. I guess I'll go upstairs and wait for Crow to get back. Andre takes a bottle and cloth for me. Takes a bottle and cloth for me as I make my way up towards the stairs. Stretching a little from the work we just did. Well, thank you for the stretch. Making me. I soon open the door to the attic and grab the TV remote nearby, turning on the news as I flip onto the bed. Check. Thank you. Thank you. I was in fact leaning in a bit as I was reading.
I was just thinking that you look like the sort of person who would enjoy one of our fairy kiss chillers.
Water.
I open the door to the attic and grab the TV remote nearby, turning on the news as I flop onto the bed.
And we've just learned that the sunrise glow, the jewel that Forgot-Me-Not stole last night, has been returned safely to the police department. Officials are still trying to find out any information on the thief and their accomplices for a swift arrest.
I roll over on the bed with a yawn as I pull out my phone, lazily scrolling through my calendar and social media feeds. You know it's trending again, though the ballet is a really close second. For tonight, I get to see what everyone's so excited about. The hype has to be for a reason, right? While I'm staring at my phone, I suddenly hear the sound of someone climbing up the stairs and turn around to see Crow walking into the attic.
I'm back.
Welcome back. He puts a plastic bag he was carrying onto the desk, then takes a page from my book as he flops onto his bed. Long day?
Yup. Yep. You too?
Yep.
It's so dark. Fucker, turn the lights on, turn the fucking lights on. My god.
I set the TV on the other side of the room, which grow disinterested and roll over on my side.
Mind if I change the channel?
Go ahead, I'm not even watching anymore. I then hear Crow's creaky bed as he gets up to get the remote, changing it from the news to the game show channel. I roll over to see what's on right now. How does that guy already have so much banked?
Probably let hubris take control and try to roll as many double ups as he could. I betcha it's gonna bite him in the ass on his next roll, though.
Just as Crow said, the guy takes on this chance to make his score even higher, only to land on a big, fat bankrupt case space. Crow lets out a chuckle, seeing him clutching his head in disbelief. What was he expecting?
Who knows? But at least he was entertaining as to watch.
I shake my head and roll onto my back, losing interest in the show as the commercial break starts up.
What up, Crow?
I heard that from Boundary that you got a new job.
Technically, yeah. My new client actually contacted me a while ago, but it was only tonight that I got all the fine print for what they want me to do. Can't tell you about it, though. So it's super hush-hush.
I know. I want you to tell me about that.
Good. I'll tell you all about it once I'm done, though. Alright? I'm always so curious about the jobs I get.
Hey, it's not every day you get to see a thief of justice in action.
And flattery will get you nowhere, kiddo. Okay. I guess I'll have to look as the takeout, I assume. Take our time.
As I lay in bed, still scrolling through my phone, and the delicious smell of what appears to be chicken and spice fill the air of the attic. It smells so good. What'd you get?
Was in the mood for curry, so I got a big portion, so all three of us can eat as much as we want.
I eye him suspiciously upon hearing that, which prompts an exasperated sigh.
Don't worry, I bought mild. Didn't want you two to yell at me again because you're weak.
Crow, you only start to consider something as hot when it's at a 4 out of 5 on the scale.
Spices are good for you! You sweat more and drink more water.
Within reason. Crow rolls around his bed a little before hopping back onto his feet.
I'm gonna go take a shower and tell Andre we can start eating.
I'll be up here until you're ready then.
Got it.
He takes off his jacket and chucks onto his bed after walking around the corner into the hall. Well, I roll onto my back. I'm a little drowsy. Not a nap before dinner could hurt, or did it hurt? So yawn, my eyes start to grow even heavier as I slowly but surely fall into an inevitable nap.
Forget me not. Amidst my sleeping, I find myself reliving an old memory of mine. A memory that decided the past few years of my life. I'm Chrissy Crow and myself sitting up in the dark attic, illuminated by the moon and the street lights outside, as I unveil my grand idea. Yeah, what do you think? I think it's a mouthful, is what it is. Oh, come on, be serious. I spent a lot of time thinking about this name. Right, because it's your thief name. A worried expression paints Crow's face. He folds his arms and leans back in his chair. What's up? It's just, I promised your dad I'd look after you until he or your mom were back in form, and I'm still coming to terms with whether I should let you do this. What would they say if they knew this idea of yours? I know, but I set aside my notepad, cradling my knees as I look back at Crow. There was something about that incident the other night that just, I don't know, maybe want to feel that thrill again. I've been cooped up in this attic for a while now, and it really helped me stretch my legs a bit more. Yeah, I get you. But becoming a phantom thief means you'll have a lot of close calls like that one. One wrong move and be put in behind bars. I just don't want to see that happen. Do you think you can deal with that kind of stress? I pause. Take a time to think as hard as I can before I look at Crow with determination. Yes, I can. Maybe a bit scary, but I know my limits and I want to give this a try. Besides, the Scarlet Rose managed to retire from being a thief. I'll be that too later when the thrill dies down. Crow blinks at me for a moment, before letting out a small chuckle. What a weird kind of retirement to aim for. But I can't say you're wrong. Crow pauses to think it over and sits upright in his chair. How about this? I at least want you to agree that the minute it gets out of hand, you quit. Got it? Got it. I'm holding that kid. Crow uncrosses his arms and leans forward, hands resting his chin as a scheming looking look appears on his face. So, Miss Upcoming Thief, what's your first target in mind? You better do. Check out this article. As Crow and I start to form a plan for my first heist, he feels the nostalgic dream fading away from me. I feel something nudging my shoulder, causing me to slowly wake up from my impromptu nap. I let out a small yawn to see Crow stand next to me. Had a good nap, kid? Sorry, guess I was more tired than I thought. I let out a small chuckle before ruffling my hair. Don't worry about it. You've got a busy week so far. You've had a busy week so far. Now come on, dinner's ready. I get up from my bed and do a little stretch before following Crow downstairs. I had a feeling he was gonna get angry, but after seeing that clean sweep he had his Jonas for. I love when that happens. In the moody, empty bar, I listen to Crow and Andre exchange stories from the night. Visitors during the day, some things they remembered. They always go on like this together in the evenings. While I quietly enjoy my dinner, Andre sets his plate down momentarily. I heard some interesting gossip tonight that might interest you too as well. I don't even manage to get my spoon out of my mouth before my interest is piqued. What kind of gossip this time? You know how Maxwell has an exhibit of some sort planned? That I do. You don't even let his dad say anything about it. I had a theater employee pop in for meals today, and they spilled a tidbit that it has something to do with the ballet. I can see Crow's interest has been piqued as
As right on cue, he leans forward and folds his arms under his chin. And folds his hand under his chin.
Really? Really? I was wondering why the advertising for that was everywhere, but now it makes sense.
You think he invited the ballet to our city to take part in an exhibit?
That I do. Not to knock Twin Bells, but we're not as well known as the biggest city. As the bigger cities. It just makes sense that being invited to take part in a rich young museum co-owners exhibit would entice them to visit.
As Crow takes another swig of his alcohol, entered Andre. Doesn't Porgy happen to say anything about the exhibit itself?
Unfortunately, not. They said it's strictly confidential until he announces it himself.
Makes sense. Knowing him, though, he's gonna try and go for that dramatic approach. The ballet is a perfect chance to announce an exhibit in such a way.
And it's probably gonna be opening night too. There's gonna be lots of press on Friday.
I'm happier you got those tickets. I wonder what Maxie would think if he learned he'd announced his exhibit too, Forget Me Not.
Didn't I get you those tickets so you could relax, miss, before dinner nap?
I sheepishly shove another spoon of curry into my mouth in response. Meanwhile, Andre, having already finished eating, gets up and takes his plate.
Anyone want seconds, or are we leaving the rest for leftovers? I'll take some more.
Continuing from where they left off, Andre and Crow talk each other's ear off to pass time for the rest of the night. We say our goodnights to Andre as he heads back home, looking up the bar to get ready to pack it in for the evening.
I'm gonna stay out for a little longer, but you're free to head to bed if you want.
As if on cue, Yon escapes me with a giggle soon after. Guess I'm kind of tired. I'll go tuck myself in then.
Alright then. Good night, kid.
Good night. Good night. I make my way up the attic, change into my PJs, and tuck myself into bed, quickly falling asleep. Twin Bells Theatre of Performing Arts, May 10th, 7:48 p.m. The night of the ballet is finally here, and as I enter the theatre lobby, I find myself in awe at the turnout. Wow, look at this crowd. I don't think I've ever seen the theatre hall like this before.
What did you expect from a company that's made a name for themselves across all the Western Europe? Is he wearing a fucking wig? Is he wearing a fucking wig? I'm glad I managed to snag those tickets with my friend's help. Though now we get to see the ballet really... If the ballet really is as good as people are making it out to be. While Crow in disguise eyes of the guests and our surroundings, I shoot a judging gaze at his outfit. Your outfit is still ridiculous. Why? You look like a wannabe aesthetic vlogger. Very funny. Haha, very funny. Listen, I told you before that the only way I could come with you is if I wore this. So it's either you watch the ballet alone, or you deal with my getup for the next few hours. You did say anything about not making fun of it, though. Touche, little brat. You still have some time before... We still have some time before it starts, so let me know when you're ready to find our seats.
Sure thing.
People!
Look around the lobby again at all the different people that are here for that performance. The well-dressed ones who make a statement. To make a statement, the more casual dressed folks that are just here to enjoy the show. I even spotted some reporters sprinkling around to tell the city about what tonight's had to offer. And of course, littered around the theatre in mass, security. I've wanted to do at least one heist here in the theater, but the amount of security they have here is nuts. Crow told me that he's only had a small handful of jobs related to theater, and they were all a hassle. One day I'll live my dream of making a graceful entrance at the stage itself. One day. One day.
Surely.
Take a booth. Even right before the show, people are lined up trying to see if there are any tickets left. Hoping for cancellations or maybe seat upgrades. These people patiently wait in line to try their luck for the night. Well, I noticed the prices are and squint at them. Are ballet tickets normally so pricey?
Yep, and there's a special reason why they're sold so fast as well. See?
Crow points towards one of the largest signs in the ticket booths that reads Pavlova Ballet Company celebrates 40 years thanks to all who have been a part of our performance in the years past. 40 years, huh? That's quite a lot. That's quite a while.
Yep. Apparently, they had originally started in Russia, but moved out to accommodate the skilled dancers out here in Western Europe. I'd say it worked out for them pretty well.
That's pretty neat. Would you ever want to travel outside the country together? Maybe see some sights?
Not a bad plan. Although, are you saying that honestly, or just the way to make you more popular?
Mm-hmm. Very funny. Very funny.
Why not both? Poster.
Scattered all around the lobby are posters, each with some image printed, advertising tonight's show. The Pavlov Ballet Company presents Swan Lake. It's simple enough to match the tone of the projection, but still eye-catching enough to make you want to stop and stare. Crow walks over to eye it, then looks over to me.
How much do you know about the ballet?
All I really know is the basic story, but I've never seen the ballet itself. The lineup is pretty impressive, though. It was probably hard to get that many people into our city.
Wait, what?
Paul pulls out the pamphlet about the ballet he brought with him and flips the cast section. He just grows a bit pale after reading it. Did you think there was going to be less?
Maybe.
It's a big ballet, though. How do you not realize that? He shoves the pamphlet into my hands, and pinches the bridge of his nose in frustration. This job is going to be harder than I thought. Good luck?
Oh dear. That doesn't sound good at all for him. Poor dude's gonna suffer. Poor dude's gonna suffer. Oh my god. What's up, kid?
I'm ready to go in. I'm ready to walk in now.
Wait.
Stop, Crow. Thank you again for the tickets. I never knew you were a ballet kind of guy.
My dyslexia almost said this is a different word for a second there. Excuse me. I'm a connoisseur of the performance arts, but I'm also gathering some info.
Is it for your new job that you got?
In a way, yeah. I'm using this show to get a first impression of what I'm supposed to be doing.
I imagine you're not going to let me know the details until you're absolutely sure.
Correctamundo.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's the same thing as last time. Okay, let's go.
I'm ready to go in now. Head on in.
Alright, let's go find our seats then.
Tickets in hand, Crow and I make our way to the doors that lead to the heart of the theatre. Entering the large and imposing main hall, I feel the mood suddenly shift to match the environment. People that are chatting loudly to each other outside are now whispering in hushed voices respecting their surroundings, but still eager for the performance to start. Managed to find our seats amidst the mood lighting and get comfortable. even though you got these tickets, these spots aren't that bad. I was worried we'd be super uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting to be given crappy seats right at all. You got from where you are though. You can swap it. You have my seat better if you want. I'm good, thanks. How much longer do we have till the show starts? The list of show times outside said we've got another 5 minutes. As one cue, he stretches his arms from it, then slumps back down in the seat as far as he can without falling off. So I'm just gonna sit back and get as comfy as I can. Please don't tell me you're gonna sleep through the ballet. Oh, come on. What would you take me for? I just know this is gonna be a long boy, so I may as well make sure my arms doesn't fall asleep. A long boy. You heard me. We start chatting and notice more and more people walking to their seats. Not long after the last few people sat down, lights begin to dim until only the stage can be seen in the darkness. The ballet was finally starting. I can't read. Swan Lake, a timeless story about hope, devotion, despair, and the road in between. Prince Siegfried. Bound by responsibility, the story begins because of his unwillingness to let his future be decided for him. In Odette, the village queen of the swans, who is unsure of him at first, but soon falls for the impulsive prince. Facing love, betrayal, and heartache, these two unintentionally change each other's lives forever as they strive for what they believe in. Although even without any knowledge of the source material, I feel anyone would be in awe as they watch the ballet unfold. With the graceful dancing and the music that heightens the mood, I begin to understand the hype this show has had this past week, especially with how skilled the lead dancers are. But as it goes on, I find my attention taken away from to someone else. At the middle of the scene, on the lake, eyes are drawn towards one swan in particular. Blonde hair, looks to be about a tall dancer on stage. The woman herself does not draw attention. Not sure why, but I can't help but keep my gaze on her instead of Siegfried and Odette. We're supposed to be the stars of the scene. The dancer is just as well as the other girls. Is dressed the same. There's nothing about her that inherently stands out. But no matter how hard I try, my eyes continue to gravitate towards her, sparkling more and more. I can't explain it. I don't know why. But something is drawing me to her. You're gay! Cute! Look at her. Adorable. Of all the dancers to be captivated by, I was expecting one of the regular swans. No, the Seagents. Not even Odette herself. To be the one. In the corner of my vision, I see Crow give me a confused look. I turn away reflexively, trying to save face and enjoy the rest of the show. She's so cute. She's so cute and gay. She's in love. Oh my god. I almost scratch her cheeks. She's so cute. As the scene comes to an end, I feel a sense of longing watching that one dancer leave the stage. The ballet continues. The rest of it is as lovely as the beginning, if not more. The scene comes to a close, and the theatre breaks out into a thundering applause, breaking the silence that the audience held during the performance. It was really good. I loved how eccentric the scene at the party was. What about you? Yeah, right. Crow gazes back to the stage, staring at the dancers as they bow and the curtains call. What's up?
The prima ballerina. Why did you change back? Why did you change back into her old, odd-hour costume?
Did you just do the finale scene as Odette? I look at the ballerina in question, and sure enough, she's changed out of her white Odette costume into the black orderly one. That is strange. I wonder if it has anything to do with... I'm able to finish my thoughts. A loud and boisterous voice I'm familiar with echoes throughout the main hall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oopsies, I think I skipped too much. Yeah, I skipped the position.
Appearing in center stage, like he's the star of the show, is none other than Max himself.
I am Maxwell Andrew Wilkinson, co-owner of the Wilkinson Museum and Art I am Maximilian Andrew Wilkinson, co-owner of the Wilkinson Museum of Art and History. Some of you might be aware that I have a very special exhibit planned for our esteemed museum. Well, I am here today to finally announce it. The show I and the Pavilion Ballet Company have been working so diligently to share with you all. Miss Volkov, if you would please. On cue, the prima that Crow and I were staring at, just moments before, looked at Max with proud poise. The exhibit will feature the history of the Pavlov Company, as well as famous ballets, and pieces inspired by them in general. But the main attraction, the centerpiece of the entire show, is the pride of the Pavlov Ballet Company, the Black Swan.
He motions towards the jewel hanging proudly around the prima's neck, as the audience murmurs and ohs and ahs.
This exhibit will be the first in the company's history that the Black Swan will ever be available for the public to see up close. It is an honor for our humble museum to have the pleasure of displaying this beautiful ruby and the history it carries. The exhibit will formally open next week, but we'll have a special inaugural show on the evening of the 14th. I wish for you all to visit once it is open to the public.
As if on cue, a small flock of reporters appears from the crowd, with security quickly catching up to them as they stay for far enough from the stage.
Mr. Wilkinson, what have they forgot me not? What have the thieves forgot me not?
That jewel perfectly fits their mouth. Motioning security to pause for a moment, Max clears his throat and responds.
Of course I'm aware of that damn thief. They've plagued our museum for over 3 years. And to know what I say to that coward? Try and steal it, if you dare. This time, I'll be the one to put you behind bars for good. Just so you watch.
The reporters are thrown into a frantic frenzy with that line, and security struggles to push them out into the lobby as to not disturb the audience. After the things have finally calmed down, Crow and I make our way back to the lobby, ready to go home after the night we'd had.
Man, I just don't know when to give up, huh?
I almost feel bad for security, having to wrangle them like sheep. Especially when some of them try to break out of it to interview ballerinas.
Well, it's about all that hustle. It's a pretty good show, huh?
It was. Thank you again for inviting me out here.
No problem, kid. Let's head back home now.
Oh, can I actually make a quick stop before we leave?
I turn my attention to the western hallway, where the bathroom signs points. Sure, take your time. I'll go grab myself something to drink then. I'm feeling a little parched.
Alright. We'll meet up near the concession stands. On cue, the two of us go separate ways as I make my way towards the western hallway. Walk up and down the western hall, furiously looking for whatever these bathrooms are supposed to be. Ugh, I can't believe the main bathrooms have such a huge lineup. And where the heck are these other bathrooms that person talked about? I'm practically in the changing rooms at this rate. Amidst my annoying and watching, I happen to hear a familiar voice arguing the next room to me. Don't worry, my plan's foolproof. I still refuse. No one here. I am up to where the voices are coming from, peeking into the room, the crack in the door. In there I see Max with two older gentlemen. One recognized as the man who played the role in Rothburg on stage just moments ago. And surprisingly, the chief of police himself, Inspector Harrison.
Try and reconsider! Rothburg. Absolutely not! Absolutely not! No. I refuse to let my niece and the other dancers be put in peril due to this young man's desire for justice. That's it. French accent. Mr. Durov, I can assure you the dancers, your niece included, will have no harm done to them. Because I am not letting you go through with this ridiculous idea. Drum, please be reasonable.
Mr. Arguing, Chief Inspector Harrison, the imposing mustachioed man who has been standing by idly this whole time, speaks up.
I think Mr. Wilkinson's idea is genius. With the help of the dancers, there's no way that thief will ever lay a finger on them for the jewel. As for my badge on it.
And then against the wall, deep in thought as to what I just heard. Seems like Max's Baxi boys got some sort of plan to counter me, knowing I'll probably go after the jewel. Sounds like fun. I can't wait to... As I get to walk away from the door, not knowing where I'm going, I accidentally bump into someone in the hall. Oh, sorry, I didn't see... The person I bump into turns around. I feel my heart skip a beat, realizing who it was. I don't know whether it was super lucky or super unlucky, but out of everyone that ended up being that one dancer I couldn't keep my eyes off of just moments ago. I'm sorry, I didn't see her there. I feel my face turned red as I tried desperately to keep my composure. No, it's my fault. I was spotting where I was going. God, I'm so stupid to learn to speak. Doesn't say a word and just stares at me for a moment before tilting her head in confusion. Sorry, Jess, but do you work here? I thought the staff members could use this far back. I look around where we're standing, and sure enough, I spot a sign nearby reading "Staff and performers only further down." Oh, dang it! I scratch the back of my neck sheepishly as I turn to look back at her. I know this is going to sound really unbelievable, but I got lost looking for the bathroom. The main one had a huge line, and one of the staff members told me there was another one down here, so... That's all the smoky going spots. Isn't that the other bathroom right behind you? I turn around to where she's pointing, and right there I see a gender-neutral bathroom tucked to the corner. I'm so upset right now. I walked up and down this hall like 3 times. This building is quite confusing, isn't it? I got lost a couple of times myself. Keep giggling makes me feel a little sheepish as I play with my ponytail before turning back to her. Thank you for the help. And, sorry, for bumping into you and all. No worries. Our chatting is interrupted by the yelling in the room I just eavesdropped moments ago, getting louder and louder. No, absolutely not! That sounds like... I think I need to go see what's going on in there. Take care. You too. And just like that, She walks off and knocks on the door, being let in by one of the men inside. I'm going to make my way towards bathrooms before stopping, my palm slapping my face faster than I could imagine. I didn't ask her name! I'm so dumb. Ugh. Dejected, I continued making my way to the bathroom, which turned into a mini walk of shame. Mini walk of shame. Big oof. Big oof. A little while later, I make it back to the lobby, putting Crow giving me a look from where he's seated. Where the hell were you? I got lost looking for the bathroom. You? Getting lost? What you've done with my dear Desiree? My real Desiree. Listen, I'm not in the theatre, just the museum, alright? A deep sigh escapes Crow, adjusting his shades as he gets up from the seat. Oh, come on, let's go home then. Okay. Oh wait, there's something I need to tell you too. Let's fucking talk then. Okay. So while I was looking for the bathroom, the two of us finally exit the theatre and make our way back to the little attic we call home. Ready and willing to start brainstorming ideas for Forget Me Not's next heist. On the exhibit's launch, I shall steal the Black Swan, signed Forget Me Not. Wilkinson Museum of Art and History, May 14, 10:25 p.m. And go. Before we continue this, I need to quickly go dehydrate, and hopefully we can finish this up real soon. Be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Let's see how Forget Me Not is gonna steal this infamous Black Swan jewel. Let's see. Costume illustration. Night Max exhibit has finally arrived. As usual, due to the calling card I sent to Wilkinson, a large crowd grows at the foot of the museum, anxious for the night. Soon enough, the usual formation is here. Fans in the crowd holding banners, flags, and whatnot. TV crews ready to try and deliver tonight's show to everyone watching from home. Everything down there is set for the night's festivities. Meanwhile, Crow and I go through our usual pre-heist song and dance, swapping with security, creating a handful of escape routes. Yada yada yada. As you do. Looking out towards the energetic and excited crowd of people down below, I pull out my walkie-talkie and call up Crow, who's sitting comfortably in the security room. Everything is it's good up here. How are things on your end? Same down here, kid. Just setting up the blind spot cameras before switching over to our main attraction. Excellent. I'm a little concerned though. We still haven't seen what Max is planning for tonight yet. No worries, kid. I'll holler the walkie and then I see anything weird. Suddenly pauses with frantic tapping on one of the security rooms. Control panel following. The fuck? Kid, look down below. Confused, I look below into the main hall as Crow told me to. My eyes grow wide upon seeing what's going on down there. What? Then into the room below me and greeted by the most unusual sight I've ever seen. Inside the hall, touched across it in several groups, were the dancers from the ballet, all dressed elegantly. But more bizarrely than sudden traffic, people in what normally should be an empty hall at this time of night was the curious accessory. Practically every dancer seemed to be hanging around their necks. Black swans? Why do they all have black swans? Okay, Crow clicking his tongue angrily at the end. Monks must have prepped a bunch of fakes to throw us off. That bastard. So this was what he was talking about when I was eavesdropping on him. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is not the time to be impressed. Crow's angry voice shoots out from my walkie, a ringing left in my ear as a result. Sorry. What are we going to do about this, though? I'm not sure. Not sure. We should just survey the situation until we get a good grasp on what's going on. Ending our conversations, I bring my attention back to the room down below. Scanning the premises from top to bottom, ayo. Before I spot Max himself, along with his father, Sir Wilkinson, Inspector Harrison. I did not give clearance for this. I had a very angry Detective O'Malley. Any decisions about what course to take against Forget-Me-Not are to go through me at all times. Being the lead investigator of this case, is that just a title? Is it just a title? Our Detective O'Malley, my favourite member of the force. Just as I said, they're the lead detective on my case, and have been since the day I started my thievery, over 3 years ago. If anyone knows how I work best, it's them. They're my perfect rival. Detective! 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 Detective Dick Gumsh! Detective! 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 See, this is exactly why we kept this plan from you. It never would have come to fruition had you been involved. Because this idiot, his idea is idiotic. Aiden. What were you thinking, putting all these dancers at risk? Oh, come now. It's been over 3 years and that thief hasn't hurt anyone. You'll be fine. You can't assume that. Try to use that damn head of yours from time to time. Sometimes I wonder what the precinct would be if anyone was as level-headed as our friendly detective. As the arguing below continues, I pull out my walkie and contact Crow on the other end. You want me to provoke him with the calling card? I might spill something if I do. That might work. Alright, go check one at him and see what happens. Just be sure to hit him this time, alright? No promises. Getting the okay from Crow, I pull out a blank index card from my inner coat pocket and start writing a message to our opponent down below. Finishing off with my iconic signature, I delicately open the window and fling it inside. Detective, please! Ah! Detective, please! The thief is... Ah! Swiftly landing right at his feet, my impromptu calling card manages to spook him enough to make him jump out of the way. What the hell? This thing could have hit me! It's a damn shame it didn't. It's a damn shame it didn't. Mood, Aiden. Mood. I love you. You know, Aiden? I just said to Mally, I like you. I like the cut of your jib. And one of the detectives, Cindery, snide remark, Max leans over to see what appears out of nowhere and almost hit him. Ah! It's from the thief! Everyone in the hall turns to Max upon hearing those words as he picks up the card on the floor. Ahem! Ahem! Let's see. To the bratty co-owner, whose voice is more prominent than his. Hey! I had to throw in one in there, don't you? Couldn't resist. Max clears his throat, continues reading, ignoring my introductory statement. I'm aware you had something planned for tonight, but you truly shocked me by inviting the entire ballet to take part in tonight's affair. I assume having all adorned with black swans has some sort of meaning, considering your love for games. So it's only fair that the one to orchestrate this should explain it, and I'd appreciate it if you could do just that. Signed, Forget-Me-Not. Upon reading my calling card in full, he waves it around with a smug look on his face. Did you all hear that? The thief has finally managed to be outdone! My, what an honor it has been the reason behind such a feat! Instead of boasting, how about you finally explain what is going on tonight? I'm also tired of being kept in the dark. Oh, fine, fine, it's only fair. After hearing him hand my card over to Detective Max, loudly clears his throat, projecting his voice across the room for everyone to hear. Ah, dear forget-me-not, wherever you are at the moment, I have a little game to prepared for you, just as you said. It is as follows. As you may have already guessed, every dancer in this hall has been given a black swan to wear. Surely only one of them is the real one. If you manage to figure out which lovely dancer has the real jewel, then I can see defeat for tonight. I'm guessing it's the niece of the company, which I assume is also the girl we're in love with. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We've done. I've solved it. Cracked the case. Moving on now. Anyways. But rest assured, I've made sure that you will never, how would you put it, find the Ordette amongst the Ardalies? He finishes off his declaration with a loud, boastful laugh that echoes around the main hall. So that's the game you want to play, huh? Well, fine then. I do love a good mystery. I pull out another index card and quickly scribble my response to his challenge, checking it down below, just like before. Oh, damn. I switched to Max again. Though we're not spooking him this time. He picks it up, quickly reads it himself. I see. Now, wait a moment! Clearly not maybe too annoyed to care for this point, Detective O'Malley swipes the card out of Max's hand and reads it aloud for everyone to hear. Very well. I accept your challenge. Although you were incorrect in this language you chose for the night's affair, considering the aforementioned jewel that is my target for tonight, it is only fair to say that I'll be searching for the orderly amongst the Ardettes. Signed, Forget-Me-Not. Detective O'Malley delicately tucks the card into his front pocket, then turns to the officers scattered around the hall. Listen up! You all heard the thief's declaration. We're going to make sure it doesn't come to fruition. I want an officer next to each group of dancers immediately. Understood? Sir, yes, sir! Having retrieved their orders, the officers begin to disperse themselves around the room, make sure to be a good distance from each group of dancers. You didn't have to push me! And you! And you! You and your father are going to be under direct supervision of myself and Inspector Harrison. Any objections? No, sir, not at all. Good. That's the detective. The walkie on my hip beeps, with Charles' exasperated voice on the other end. What have you gotten us into this time, kid? Hey, not my fault Maxie wanted to play a game tonight. I'm just giving him what he wanted. We're all stuck together. We're all still out on top. Unlike you, a bottom. And what? Yeah, please. Nothing minor. Even without being next to him, I can still tell Crow is just shaking his head to me. I swear you become more eccentric with each heist we do. But fine! Let's play this game of his. I knew you'd come around. Let's work together. We can wipe that smug look off his face. Look back down towards Hall, ready to start playing Max's little game for the night. I hear the walkie on my hip beep and answer it while scanning the area. One quick thing before we start, kiddo. See all the security guards that are standing next to the groups of dancers? I do.
A little birdie let me know. Let me in on what frequency they're using for their mics and earpieces, so we can use them to eavesdrop on their guests down below. I also got my hand on a little list of any notable people and all the dancers that we are given jewelry.
So not all the dancers were given jewelry.
Correct. Yes, Max didn't want to spend too much on the little game of his.
Makes it a bit easier for me, though. Thanks, Crow.
No problem, kiddo. I have some info on the jewel that might help you along, so call when you want to hear it. And if you're ever feeling stuck, I'll give you some pointers.
Got it. Check clues. Crow. I'll go back down towards Max and his group, looking to see if he'll let anything slip. In their little group, I can see two different conversations going on at the moment. Teacher O'Malley dealing with Max, and Chief talking to Sir Wilkinson. Which conversation should I drop? Let's look at O'Malley and Maxwell. Maximilian. I'll go over to find the detective who is currently having to deal with Max, going on about his genius fault. And while it was difficult to persuade Mr. Derov, it was worth it in the end. Even you can agree that the thief won't be able to not have their way so easily this time. But as Max drums on, Detective O'Malley isn't paying them any mind, simply surveying the surroundings and keeping as many tabs on the floor as they can. They turn back to Max.
Since this is your idea, I imagine you know who has the jewel?
Of course I do. What is a game, Detective? With the jewel's current location, I can keep an eye on it quite easily from where we are. Oh, it is, huh? It's probably somewhere close by then.
Oops, I didn't want to scroll up. You keep an eye on it, huh?
Detective simply stares, deep in thought, eyeing him up and down before responding. Show me your pockets. Huh? What? Do you assume I have the jewel on me? Absurd! I would never stoop to something as low as making this whole game only to have it on me. If you're so innocent, then you won't mind if I conduct a search of you to make sure. Why you must look into my coat pockets? Without any hesitation, Mr. O'Malley starts their formal search, checking every pocket and patting down areas that would have hidden the jewel as thoroughly as they are able to at the moment. At the end, however, they turn out empty-handed and left with just an angry Max. See? I told you. I don't have the jewel. I apologize.
For doing my job?
For trusting me! I believe that untrustworthy?
No comment.
No comment. Clearly offended by Detective bluntness, Max turns away, refusing to speak with them anymore. The detective pays no mind as they return to scanning the room top to bottom from their current location.
So I assume it's... Where's our girl?
No judgment. I'll stark contrast the younger duo next to them, as the two of them are joyfully trading quips with one another.
And I thought for sure the old man was going to pop a left hook right in his face. Ha ha ha! Oh oh! What a tale.
Mr. Chatter, Sir Wilkin looks around the hall, eyeing all the jewels hanging around the dancers' necks with intrigue.
You know, the first time Max was doing something like this. This is the first time Max has done something like this. I'm quite impressed at the hard work he put into all this, to get all this ready.
Oh, certainly. He worked together with the ballet companies for ages to make sure everything was perfect. You wouldn't believe the details I went into making all the fakes.
Oh, I can only imagine. Though I'm more impressed he managed to convince the director to take part in this, knowing full well how much that jewel means to the company. Is there some sort of agreement they made while making their arrangements? Oh, really can get past you, sir. But yes, a few conditions were made by the director that had to be followed for this whole plan to exist. He wanted to make sure that someone who knows the worth of a jewel had, so no one in the force has a jewel. Does this include yourself, Inspector? Naturally. I see. What perfect sense. The older gentleman continued to chortle as let's pull out my phone, jot this new intel down. No one in the police force has it. Huh. Makes sense. You want to report to someone who you don't know handling that's important. I guess it's you, blue dress lady. Out of the room until I spot just a group of dancers off themselves near the farther wall, matching their faces. That's the names. I know the group holds Brianna Riddell, Jacob Lambert, Anne-Marie Fabbert, and Tia Murdoch, respectfully. Hey, Brianna, what have you been looking at the phone with this so long? Been scrolling through Squeaker! Hell yeah, Squeaker mentioned. Been scrolling through Squeaker to learn more about this thief of ours. They found it out to be this popular though. The tag's been trending for the past 2 hours. Let me see. Miss Faber, past Mr. Lambert, trying to get a better look at the Miss Riddell's social media feed. Dang, look at these squeaks. A lot of people must be head over heels for this thief. Squeak. Some of these are pretty funny too. I wish I was in there. FMN. If you read this, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, this one. OMG, do you think they'll have the princess or carry one of the dancers out? How do you do that with your you know what? Never mind. What? Oh! She did this for... Never mind. But that's impressive. I guess they're more than just glorified magician. I feel offended by that remark. Miss Riddell stops her phone back to her pocket, her purse, placing her constant scrolling with an annoyed tapping of her right thigh. Ugh. I opened up Squeaker to distract myself from this. It's just making me more stressed. Wish we knew who had the dang jewel. Why they have to keep it secret from everyone? I can kindly understand why. You trick our enemy, and all that. Though I imagine whoever has it has even more stress than you are, Bree. Miss Murdoch places her hand on her chin, staring at her colleague in a comical manner. Unless Brianna is the one who has it, hence her being so nervous. Oh, shut up, Tia. What are you, Lex Holmes? They all just laugh it off, making the mood upbeat once more. You know, even though Tiana's kidding, I couldn't believe you had the real deal, Brie. Huh? Why? You're the one with the most trustworthy member. You're one of the most trustworthy member of the company. Not to mention just in general. Everyone can rely on you easily, and you're so nice to boot. I can attest to that. Ariana, and Alex are the most trustworthy out of all of us. If I had to choose the jewel, it'd be you or them. What? Mr. Lamberton, Miss flattering, Miss Moko lets out a laugh at seeing her friend's face turn bright red. Come on, you two, you can make Brianna faint for all this. Look at her, she's turning into a beetroot. Yeah, shut up!
group playfully laughs together, seeing Miss Riddell so embarrassed. Meanwhile, I'm writing down info I've gleaned from their conversation. It might seem minor, but trustworthiness could be a good thing to consider in finding out who are given the real jewel. Or to consider everything after all. I turn my attention to the quartet of dancers near the west wall of the exhibit room. In all the little posse, I immediately recognize the young couple as the lead dancer of the ballet. Skimming through the list of names, I learned that they are Magdalena Vodka and Damian Petrov. Staying away with the lead stars are Anya Merkovs, shortest one, and Natalie Ross, who are standing taller than the rest of the group. Hey, Magda! A little birdie told me you know who has the real jewel. What? No way you do. For someone who was told to keep quiet, you sure are running your mouth. Ouch! Miss Volkov is living up to her name, I see. Oh, shush, Nat. But fine, I do know. That you convinced Mr. Wilkinson to let me pick who has the jewel. Oh, interesting. Makes sense. It is your turn to wear it after all. So, any hints on who has it? Absolutely not. You're the most protective of the jewel out of everyone in the company. If you're not the one holding it, then who is? Magda? Inquisitive minds want to know. If I give you hint, will you stop bugging me about it? Maybe. Fine. I give it to someone who stands out, so I could see them from here. Miss Volkov turns head away with a huff. And I'm not quizzing anymore. Oh ho ho! Very interesting. But how does anyone stand out? We're all dressed similar-ish. I'm so confused. She changed her brow. Miss Merkovish starts fiddling with the jewel hanging from her neck. Miss Merkovish, on the other hand, snaps at her the moment she sees this. Anya, you quit doing that? Yeah. Miss Merkovish quickly takes her hand off the jewel and hides it secretly behind her back. Sorry. I swear, no matter what it is, you always have to fiddle with something. You need to treat your jewelry carefully, fake or not. You're changed to you, Anya. You're changed to you, Anya. So Anya Mudcovers has a tendency to fiddle with things. Write that down for later. Oh, this mother. There she is. There she is. Right in the middle of the hall is a trio of dancers chatting amongst themselves. In their group, I learned they are Emilia Gray, Adriana Hill, and Alex Hayes, respectively. Hey, do you think that Max guy would let me keep this? If it was one of the fakes, I mean. I know these are supposed to be fakes of that jewel. I don't mean the swan. I just mean the jewel itself. Even if it isn't the genuine one, it's still so pretty to look at. I wonder how they managed to get so many like this. Miss Hayes was silent this whole time. This whole conversation. Looks at her own, Miss Gray's jewel, with intrigue. They probably used granites for the fake jewels. I read online that they're often used to impersonate rubies, since they're the closest in color. Makes sense. Though I'm surprised you studied up on that. Did you do that because of the heist? Yeah, I wanted to learn about how fake jewels are made, and what that Max guy might come up with. You know, sometimes they use colored glass instead of fakes. It's honestly kind of a cool read. Oh, you piqued my interest. Share some with me when you're back at the hotel later. While Miss Hill and Miss Hayes chat with each other, I can see Miss Gray looking fondly at her jewel. As she looks back up to rejoin the competition, she tilts her head up, shouts in confusion, looking at her fellow dancers. Audrey, I think your jewel's a little dirty. So abruptly stops talking. Look at her own jewel in confusion. Is it? I haven't touched it on all, though. Well, yours does look brighter than mine. Mine too. It's weird. Issei takes the time to look around the room, seeing at fellow dancers and the jewels hanging proudly around their necks. And I can see there's only 3 of us that have jewels that are bright. Magdalena, Irina, and you, Em. You all have the brightest jewels. Wait, does that mean I have the real one? Maybe. Maybe. If not, then you have one of the prettier fake size at least. Oh man, I feel really confident now. Conflicted now. Only a handful of jewels are bright. It means they're the most likely candidates to be the real ones. Poor Miss Grey, though. Part of me hopes you to have real one now. Anyways, there she is. Up in the corner of the hall, I saw 2 figures chatting in the lonesome. The old gentleman, you dropped before, was against his idea, and yes, that done so before. They really are pretty. They're the pretty one. I looked through the list of names Crow gave me until I spotted her on the list. Iriana Lebedrov. Iriana, huh? I finally know your name. It was actually from asking you, though. Amidst the giggling, I noticed the jewel hanging from her neck, stepping back into reality. Look, there was gravity. Right, the heist. Focused my attention back to the task at hand. I listened to the conversation she and that man next to her are having. I try not to look so worried. I look so worried. How can I not? How can I not, Inka? This whole situation is just simply absurd. I can't believe you and the other dancers are being put through this. You know what the director is. You know what the director is like. And his mind is set. You and Mr. Wilkinson meshed well. Unfortunately so. Mr. Draft sighs and before giving a worried glance at the jewel hanging proudly at Miss Lebedrov's neck. I wasn't even allowed to know who was the real jewel. All I can hope for now is that the skitty will do its job and we can go back to the hotel in peace. As we slip it off, tries to ease Mr. Jeff. Whereas I noticed that compared to everyone else, she is quite tall. Even without focusing, I can take her out from the rest because of the heights, without using my binoculars too. I knew she was tall when I bumped into her earlier. It's even more obvious when she's dressed in civilian wear. Is that everything I can look at? Crow. What's up, kiddo? What do I help with? I don't need help with anything. Check clues. People. Iriana Lebrov's list. Oh, I have to chat. I have to chat with Crow. I have to chat with Crow. Okay, fine. Do I have to though? Can I just not? What's it now? Any tips on what I should do now? No, I see you've got juice intel on you. On you. Most big info will help you narrow your guess and down even further. Try to compare the info with any clues you got to see if you have a match. Or maybe even pull it up if you found one. Got it. Anything else good? I'm done. Okay. Clues. Do I have to look around with the cursor? I think I'm good.
think I'm good. Do I have to talk to him about everything? Can you tell me what the jewel looks like? Sure thing. Well, people are referencing crows at me as hype. That's one is a genuine ruby, so it's a deep, bright red in color. Maximilian most likely used garnets to act as fake ones, so the difference will be harder to spot from where you are. How fitting. I bet they tried to make it fit perfectly with the orderly costume. What about that swan on the outside? Well, the guy holding our prize medal is made of sterling silver. Apparently, the renowned jeweler was commissioned to make it so as it needed to be absolutely perfect. Sterling silver, huh? I imagine that thing needs to be cleaned a lot. Talk about high maintenance. Well, I don't want to think about it. That's all info on how it looks. Anything else? Tell me about the Jewish history. I think that's a specialized portion, kind of story behind it. It sure does, though it's a bit depressing. Depressing? It's comfy. This one's a doozy. Crow soon starts to explain in detail. In the company's infamousy, there's a certain prima ballerina. She was eccentric, having just been given the honor of being the prima right before the company's upcoming performance of Swan Lake. But it wasn't the Audette role she was excited about, but the short role of Audley instead. Black Swan, the fake Audette, that the evil Rothburn uses to trick Prince Siegfried near the end of the story. This was her favorite scene in the whole ballet. In other words, she described the Black Swan as a confident and beautiful something she wished to be. Overjoyed, she practiced tirelessly day and night, hoping for the perfect role of her debut performance. As a personal gift for reaching the status of prima ballerina, she gathered all her money to commission a jewel for herself. The very jewel we're after, a Black Swan, which she nicknamed Audley. The night the ballet came, and everyone was ready to make this production the most memorable one yet. But right in the middle of her beloved Audley performance, she fainted on stage. She overworked herself heavily and passed away in the hospital a day later. Man, you weren't kidding about it being depressing. If it was something she made for herself, then everyone's worn at the show. It's because the director at the time, heartbroken by what happened, he made it so that every prima ballerina after would wear the Black Swan while playing the role of Audley, hoping to keep her memory alive and honored as well. That's really sweet. And that Maxie here is using it to toy with me, makes me want to punch him again. Down, kid! We got a job to do. Fair enough. How old is Black Swan anyway? It's made from long ago. It's pretty old. The itself is 25 years old, and it's been taken care of incredibly well in these years. Considering the material and its history, it needs to be handled with care. Oh, alright. Anything else good? I'm done. I assume it's Rihanna? Is it the Rihanna or the people down there? If I can remember who it was, not you. Alex. Jules, Heist. It's either Adriana or Iriana. My question, my thing. And who's the most trustworthy people? Where? Adriana. Okay, there's. I need those two. I think I have enough information to make a deduction. As I look over my information again thoroughly, I pick who has a jewel from the list on my phone. Let's give it a shot. I'm between Adriana and Iriana. Let's go with Adriana Hill. It's dirty. There's deep red. The swan holds jewel made, something silver, at least. Due to the age and history, it can be it needs to be estimated. It doesn't have the jewel. Like my guess is either Adriana or Iriana Hill. Not that doesn't seem right. I look over my information more to see if okay, so it is Iriana. I was correct, Iriana, obviously. Obviously, I'm interested, but maybe the third jewel. Yeah. Look over the information I obtained, just to be sure of my line of thinking. Reading through it again, a huge smirk appears on my face. My deduction starts to make sense. Oh, I'm gonna quick go. Before we finish this, I'm gonna quick go run and get some lunch. Heat it up to make finish this off because I have something soon. TM, maybe.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
Oh, it's ending me now. Oh, it's ending me suffering. Anyways, sorry about that stuff. People came over. So let's try this again. I read through like a tiny chunk of this. There is. Oh wait, did Discord hear me through my phone? The answer is no. It cannot for some reason. I don't know why. The way I was doing it was not picking up voice, but that's good to know for the future if I ever try to do that again with that exact method. Probably because of the way I did it. Maybe if I had switched accounts on Discord, it might have worked better, but I would have to go through the whole rigmarole of logging into my other Discord account on my computer, which is a lot of work. Anyways, let's try to get this finished as fast as possible. Why am I being pinged? Oh, I know why I'm being pinged. Sweet. I look around, I look over the information I got that I obtained. I just to be sure of my line of thinking. Reading through it again, a huge smirk appears on my face. My deductions started to make sense. So, that's how it is. After chuckling to myself, I pull out my walkie to contact Crow, who's been waiting for my signal at the other end. Figured it out. Get ready for the next stage. On it. Good luck down there, kid. After he hangs up, I hop into position, sort of stretch. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show started. Both things are the same thing. Detective! I told you. We're at the announced time and look, nothing. That thief wasn't able to figure out my puzzle, so I win. Huh? This is... The sudden darkness causes all in attendance to stop their conversations, looking at each other with worry in their eyes. More of the dancers whisper each other, unfamiliar with the situation. Everyone else immediately springs to action. It's a thief! All officers, don't move a muscle from your positions. Yes, sir! Where are you going to show up this time, thief? Giving the detective a little tap on the shoulder, their face turns pale. realizing where I am. We're right here, of course, Detective. My apologies for the delay, my dear guests in and outside the museum. Welcome to my show tonight. Unable to hold their excitement, the crowd outside the museum screams in joy at my long-awaited arrival. Forget me not! Forget me not! As per usual, the mood outside is a stark contrast to the mood within the museum itself. I turn to the groups of dancers behind me, all whispering nervously to each other as I give them a graceful bow. The pleasure to finally meet your acquaintance dancers, the Pavlovian Ballet Company. Hold right there, thief! I straightened back up, there, Detective O'Malley straight in the eyes. A good evening to you too as well, Detective. So, you finally showed up. I knew this distraction wanted to keep you at bay forever. You know me so well, Detective. In contrast to Detective O'Malley's determination, Maximilian simply stares at me, his face having gone pale. You being here right now, that can't mean that what I think it means, does it? That I've solved your little puzzle? Why, yes, it does. I believe you said it yourself. If you manage to finally figure out which lovely dancer has a real jewel, then I can see defeat for tonight. Was that not what you said earlier, Maxie boy? Maxie boy? Max starts sweating bullets at my jabbing remarks. Meanwhile, I spot Detective O'Malley and a handful of officers trying to hold in their chuckling at my playful nicknaming. Even if I did say that, do you really think I'm just going to let you take the jewel? Security! In the corners of my vision, on cue of Max's statement, I see the number of officers standing their ground next to the assigned groups of dancers. Instead of being intimidated, however, I can't help but let out a small laugh. And what are you laughing at this time? You can't possibly be thinking about succeeding, are you? You demon. You seem quite confident, Detective. We simply learned from your trick last time. So both the breaker and any other light sources have been secured. Even then, the jewel is on a person this time, which makes it impossible to take the jewel off them in a timely manner. Is that what you're saying, correct? You're right. This is so foreign to me. I don't know if I'll do it. I comically tug at my collar, gazing around the room with a sharp look on my face. It's so stuffy in here, too. Could be because of all the people. Let's fix that, shall we? Wait, what are you... Before Detective O'Malley can react, I pull out a remote from my pocket and push it. Soon after, the fans and vents in the room start blowing harder, creating a strong wind that circles the room. It also reveals... What is this? Feathers? The whole room became engulfed with countless feathers that detached themselves from the hiding spots on the walls. Amidst chaos of the sudden swarm, I start running all over it at my target, with my walkie in hand, giving orders to Crow. Tasty with go! On it! Then I walkie back into my pocket and make it to my target and quickly ring one of my arms around her waist. Hello there! What are you... It's just you hang on tight. As the officer notice me making my move, I pull out my grappling hook and aim it at the ceiling above me. Ah! Living at top speed, back up the roof, I spot the detective pushing through the feathers near some employers to the employee stairwell. Forget me not! Escaping the chaos in Elizabeth Hall, I make that quiet rooftop away from the museum with Miss Lebedov in my arms. And I try to put my grappling hook away with as I try to put my grappling hook away, my grip on her hip slips, causing her to fall out of my arms. Watch out! I quickly catch her, wrapping both arms around her back as she instantly wraps her arms around my shoulders for stability. Are you alright? I'm fine. I'm fine. Her eyes lock for a brief moment. Oh, the city behind us, barely illuminating our faces, as I quickly scramble to get her back to her feet.
I am so sorry about that. You're not hurt or anything, are you? The ride-up didn't cause any damage or anything. Miss Lebedev didn't give a response. She simply stares at me, with a confused look on her face. And then the most bizarre thing greets me afterwards. Without a cute laugh. The first I've ever heard like it. I was expecting her to yell, or perhaps fight back, but instead, just laughs. What's so funny? You're so different than what I imagined. The way Mr. Walken went on, I figured you were simply a parent. I fight off the part of me that wants to curl up into an embarrassed ball at seeing my crush laughing so adorably to give her response. Oh, please. Mark doesn't know a thing about me. If you really wanted to know what I'm like, you're much better off asking Detective O'Malley. They practically know me like the back of their hand. I see. As much as I want to continue this idle chatter, I remember my task at hand and clear my throat to address Miss Lebedev directly. Miss Lebedev? I assume you realize why I whisk you off the exhibit hall? Let me be blunt. You hold the real Black Swan, don't you? Chudowski holds a jewel in her hands, staring at it for a brief moment before looking back at me with firm resolve. I suppose there's no point hiding it. You're correct, I do. But how did you figure it out? It's quite simple, actually. I overheard Miss Veldov and Bax both state they could easily keep an eye on the jewel from where they were. You're the tallest one in the piers down below, making you stand out amongst the others, even the former were. Plus, the jewel you hold is on the brightest out of all of them, a feature that's reflective of the jewel's authenticity. I can see the surprised look that's appeared on her face as she takes it all in. But isn't that too little information to make a conclusion out of? Of course, but that's why there's more. But wait, there's more! How delicately you handle your jewel, comparatively, as well as remarked from your peers that you're considered one of Miss Velkov's most trusted companions. The former facts could be considered coincidence, but combined with the latter, it points out that you being the true holder of the jewel. Does that help shed some light on my reasoning? Also, you're really fucking cute. I want to whisk you at your feet. Literally. Mr. Brov blinks at me, then silence at my deduction before finally responding. Wow. You're sounding much more like a detective than a thief, if I may be so honest. Why, thank you. But... She pauses, turning away to think to herself for a moment before looking back to me. What will you do now? Take the jewel from me? You've already taken me this far. I'm caught off guard by her blunt, yet honest question. After taking some time to think it over, I look back at her with a soft smile. I don't normally do this, but keep it. Huh? You heard me. I've already proved myself to the detective, and put on a wonderful show for my audience. I have no more need for the jewel. Besides, I pause for a brief moment, think about what I should say in the moment. Says Linkle. The jewel suits a beautiful swan such as yourself perfectly. My hand flies up to slap my face faster than it ever has, immediately regretting my attempt at flirting. That's the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life. You're quite adorable, being a charming thief. I feel my face turning the brightest bright, barely able to process the kind words she said about me. Off in the distance behind us, I can hear a familiar voice interrupting a heart-warming moment. Forget me not! Stop where you're on hand, Miss Lebedev. They never fail to catch up to me, huh? I turn back around to my guest. I give her a graceful bow and a wink. Hope you have a good night, Miss Lebedev. Farewell. Before our friendly detective can catch up to me, I start making my escape further down the line of the rooftops to reconvene with my partner, who's waiting patiently for me. That took you long. That took you so long. Oh, hey, where's the jewel? I'll explain back home. For now, before the detective catches up. Got it. Let's jam! Two of us climb back down from the rooftops and hop onto our getaway vehicle, ready to take that long way back into the attic should we lose any cops of our tail. All the while, I can't help gazing back from time to time, think of the moment I stared at the woman that captured my eye and my thoughts during the ballet. You play the Framing Up demo! If you like the game, you should sorry with the format. Yes, full games on itch and Steam. Check it out. Link is pinned in the chat, and also will be in the description of the VOD. Sorry for the scuff. I'm definitely cutting most of that out. Cutting the scuff out. You're still here, Def. Hi. I'm definitely gonna cut the scuff out of the VOD on YouTube because Jesus fucking Christmas. I hated that so much. Damn. The scuff, not the game. The game is so fun though. I enjoyed it. It's so cute. The game is so cute. I adore them. I hope they get together. They better kiss Solar Protag. They better kiss the epilogue in the full game. Available on Steam and itch.io. Link for the Steam is in the pin message. Better kiss. Yes, the link to the I'm pointing at the screen. The link for the Steam page is pinned on Twitch chat and will be in the YouTube VOD description. But that was Mystery Thief. I mean not demo at least. I assume that's all, if not like 99% of Chapter 1. Because the Steam page did say that Chapter 1 was the demo. If I remember correctly. The demo was Chapter 1. Which was, yes. First chapter is a free demo. All of Chapter, yes. Oh, that's all in one? Oh, heck yeah. But yeah, that was lovely. Thank you for reaching out to me to try out your game. I will definitely check out the full game some other time. Maybe after my next Sapphic Read project, which is gonna be maybe next Sunday. Probably shouldn't do next Sunday for next Sapphic because I need to take a break. I need to fucking rest my voice, it's dying, but also I want to play more. I love my Sapphic games. So yes, thank you very much for reaching out into that. And again, if you liked the game, check out on Steam. Also, check out the other games in the Fall in Love Visual Festival. Link is also pinned in the Twitch chat, and if it's upload the VOD time, odds are I won't because I'm dumb. The link for this festival will also be in the description. Again, if I get this uploaded in time, I don't think I will though because I'm fucking dumb. But yeah, then that kind of concludes that segment of the stream, and I am about to head straight into the other segment because, well, I'm still having eaten lunch. But that's fine because I'm not doing much reading in that segment because I'm just playing card game. I'm just card gaming, and therefore I don't need to read as much. Actually, I do need to read card descriptions, but again, that was lovely though. Thank you again so much. I said this like 5 times already, but thank you very much to the lovely Solar Protag, and also I'm assuming the rest of the team. I don't know who's in the team because I'm fucking dumb. I'm fucking dumb. I know nothing about the team. I know the Solar Protag is the amazing person who reached out, and also pretty art. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? If I can find the fucking link. Did you know? If I can find the link somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Did you know you too can commission Solar Protag on... Did you know that you too can commission Solar Protag on VGen to get art from them? Right here, use that link, commission them. They got chibi/emo icons. They got CG illustrations, chibi illustrations, Boston illustrations, and that's all they have on VGen right now. Go, Chuka! Plug in your VGen! Get plugged! Wait. Ayo. Oh, look at that.
not like that kind of love. Commission them on VGen for cool art. There. Fair regional prices. Look at them Canadian dollars. They're pretty cool. Pretty good prices. Look at them. They're open. Commissions are now open. You could also purchase some goodies over in the shop tab. Like a digital sketchbook or a beach vacation background pack for free. The background's free. The sketchbook is $10 Canadian. Or more if you want. Yeah! Anyways, that concludes that segment of the stream.